Hey, thanks for choosing to listen to Intentional Grounding. My name is Patrick. I'm one of the hosts on the show. We've got a really good episode in store for y'all this week. We're going to dive into some week 2 storylines and see what picks Juice has for us. Listen to the episode. I promise you it's a good one. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and on to the episode.
On the play, intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding on the offense. Intentional grounding, number 1.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 15.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday!
Woo! It is officially football month.
It is.
September.
Football month.
Today, we're going to run you guys through Big Ten. They had a big weekend. Only lost one game in the conference. Big for them. Lots of SEC steamrolls. Texas, Tennessee, Ole Miss, UGA, Bama put up big numbers.
Yep.
Man, Oregon and Michigan struggled.
Yeah.
Oh,
How about the Idaho Vandals,
Oregon,
baby?
The Idaho Vandals. Miami absolutely annihilated Florida.
Unfortunate.
That was rough.
That was crazy.
I'm sorry,
We're
Dean
eating crow
April.
on that one.
Dang.
Texas A&M, Clemson, LSU all fell to ranked opponents.
Yep.
We're going to jump into that, add some more color there, add any updated brackets. We're going to talk through some of the results of Juice's bets here. We're going to even jump into Juice's bet or DT's corner, and then we're going to give you some. We're going to give you a little bit of preview into this weekend's games with our picks here. Thank you guys for joining. How are we feeling?
Give it up for Binky. That was an amazing intro.
Give it up.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That was really
I'm
good.
in a lot better.
That was the
mood
week
than I
one
was
intro
last
we
week.
did.
Welcome to week 4.
Wait, yeah, give the viewers an
week
update.
2.
I got a bunch of emails about the Silver Dodger.
Yeah, thank you guys for your emails. Really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're not able to track down the killer or the driver.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do my ad right now. Shout out to Progressive Insurance. I got in a hit and run, as you all know, last Sunday. And by Monday afternoon, I was in a rental car, and my car was being worked on in the body shop. So,
Good flow.
Wow. Ooh, Flo.
big for them. Shout out, not a sponsor, but we are a fan.
Can we get Flo on the show, you think?
We could Flo, you're always welcome.
What's the other guy's name?
Derek.
That's not
Justin?
It's Jamie.
Jamie.
Yep.
Jamie.
Joe.
Jamie.
It's Joe.
So,
Jamie looks like Joe's ball.
Joe Mama.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's the show.
There we go. Big Ten. Let's jump right in here. Big Ten had a great
Let's talk
Weekend.
about that one loss first.
yeah, who lost?
Minnesota.
Oh, man.
Minnesota was the
that
only
I can
sucks.
think of as Joe Biden. That's Minnesota. We lost to UNC.
Oh,
Minnesota.
Minnesota lost on a game-ending missed field goal.
Which was their second of the game.
Second missed field goal.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
That's a tough way to go. They played a physical game, too.
The other side of that game, UNC's quarterback is
Max
out for the
Jones.
season.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that is necessarily a downgrade.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was playing.
He was not. He was not great.
Where was stats? Michaela. She'll pull it up for us. But I think he was playing pretty well. That is tough to see when somebody goes down.
That's brutal.
RIP.
First game, too.
He
It's
was 12 of 19 for 71 yards and a pick.
Yeah. I mean, on the way up.
sounds like my dynasty QB.
Yeah.
Not my fault, though.
Not doing well. UNC sneaks out with a win. Who's their backup? Do we know?
Drake May's little brother.
No. There's not another May coming there, is there?
Joe.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's Connor
Not
I
Joe.
think is the guy who's stepping in there now.
Big J.
Big J journalism.
I forgot we have a Big J journalist on this pod.
We do.
Shout out you, Jackson. Not sponsored by his fans.
But Minnesota was the only loss. The other teams steamrolled pretty well. Were there any were they playing? I feel like Minnesota UNC, that was like the only competition for Big Ten. I feel
In terms of,
every other
entertainment
team,
value.
Yeah.
was playing like a FCS school or
Well, besides USC now that they're in the Big Ten.
True.
Oh,
that's
true.
I know. Seeing that Big Ten pitch on those USC jerseys was so weird.
UCLA, they almost lost to
Yes.
Hawaii. Did y'all watch that game?
Got a little too comfortable in Honolulu, I think. Was the...
I forget that Hawaii plays in like a high school athletic complex, and they had like a track and everything. It was crazy.
They
But
have a track around the field.
Honestly, that needs to come
That's
back.
kind of cool.
I
it
like
is good
that.
throwback.
That's a good vibe.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Oregon doesn't have that, but
Honestly.
they have so much money in the
Yeah.
track program. Anyways,
Yeah,
Big Ten.
Big Ten
Good
steam.
week.
Lots of SEC steamrolls too. You got Texas, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Georgia,
Bama killed Western Kentucky.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
You know, we take those mostly outside of UGA. Granted, they played a Power 5 opponent. Or Power 4, excuse me.
Yeah.
Take those wins with a little bit of a grain of salt, but I think, you know, looking at Texas, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Alabama's win, I think there's a lot of good things to take and be excited about from each fan base within those programs. The average margin of victory across those 5 teams this weekend was 58 points.
That'll do it.
So
pretty good.
offense is back.
I guess we forgot to mention Oklahoma as well.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Temple.
Yeah, they
What was the score there?
51 to 3.
I think is what I saw. Yeah.
51 to 3.
Are we
We'll
going
get into that a little bit later on the show.
Yeah. That was a bad
to
beat.
little teaser?
The hell juice.
Well, what do y'all think was the biggest surprise, I guess, from the SEC and Big Ten schools?
I thought Oregon was going to come out a lot hotter
Yeah.
than they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could say the same thing with Michigan.
Yeah.
I didn't think Michigan was going to play the Warren kid. I thought they were going to ride with Orgy.
Orgy in the end zone.
The new quarterback.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Alex Orgy.
Got it.
He's predominantly a runner, not a great. I'm gonna stay true here. Not a great passer.
Yeah.
And
Careful.
I like that was terrible. That was a tough watch. They pulled it out at the end and were pretty consistent to finish things off. But that's gonna be a long season, I think.
Yeah.
Their defense is. I still think that Michigan's going to be
It's
a
nasty,
decent team this year. I mean, they have probably 3 of the top 10 players
Yeah.
in college football
Yeah.
this year that are on defense. But can the likes of Orgy in the end zone or Warren, whatever his name is, fill in those big shoes in JJ McCarthy this year?
Looking for the orgy to fill in. But as far as the ACC goes, what was the biggest shocker as well?
Hold on, one thing. Can we just clap it up? Oh, we're gonna get into SEC. The biggest surprise for ACC for me was Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
People,
Virginia Tech.
there are some people in this room
That
that
also
have
be the biggest
Virginia
surprise
Tech
for
as their sleeper playoff team,
Who was that?
which is outrageous to me. I think it was 1 or 2 of you in this room. I think it might be the guy sitting in the big black chair over there. My Vanderbilt Commodores, you all know I've been a huge fan of Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
One of the most relevant programs in SEC history, a lot of championships.
Yep.
Always have just crazy home field advantage there in Nashville, Tennessee.
In the incomplete stadium.
Yeah. Like 30.
Is it still not built?
No, dude, it's
Well,
terrible.
Well, there's good thing is Vanderbilt's scoreboard is officially off the crane and is mounted into the ground now, so big for them. But my biggest surprise, the ACC this weekend, by far, was Vanderbilt,
Yeah.
who is in the SEC, excuse me, was Virginia Tech
Yep.
dropping it.
That was hot garbage.
To
That
Vanderbilt.
was,
Yeah.
that was an
In
excuse.
double overtime.
And Vanderbilt should have won in
Yeah.
regular time because they missed
Yeah.
that game-winning field goal. But that was my biggest surprise in the ACC this weekend. Yeah. What about y'all?
Miami.
I was gonna say Miami's mine.
U is back.
Yeah, they're
I think
legit.
to go from a spread of 2.5 to winning by what 30 plus
30 something?
35
Yeah.
is pretty insane.
Although Florida has always past 4 or 5 years has sucked on the home opener. Like last year they lost to Utah, I remember.
They also they just suck.
They do.
Yeah,
they
you
do
could have
suck,
erased
yeah.
the bad off of that sentence, I guess. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily need
They have lost consistently home openers, is what I was saying, but they do suck as well. But Billy Napier gets a $26 million buyout if they fire him. So
When
they fire him, yeah. Do y'all think he's done?
We think in week 6, week 7.
Can
Later in the year.
Can somebody pull up the schedule real
Yeah.
quick? I just want to see what Florida's next 5 games are like.
Okay. So your
Got you.
surprise team in the ACC, Gilly, was Miami.
Yes.
While Jackson's looking that up. Pat, who was yours?
Mine's Miami as well.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Miami's players going over to the Florida recruits after the game?
Yep.
Giving them merch and saying, "Come to the U."
No.
Wristbands.
Always a
and
tough
stuff.
look.
And these Florida recruits were like eating it up. It was hilarious. This poor woman, poor Florida staffer was out there trying to shove these Miami players back, and then just a bad look.
35 at home, it's tough to
Yeah.
Bad look for
tough to hold
some
back.
Billy.
I got Florida's next 5.
Let's hear him.
So you
So
got
they're in one.
Samford.
Okay.
Samford at home.
That could be. Let's hope that's a win.
Yep.
Projected as a win. A&M at home.
Yeah.
Toss-up-ish.
Wait,
Yeah.
3 home games straight?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then they go to Mississippi State, and they have UCF at home.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
might lose a
No,
lot.
the back of the year is
Yeah.
So I'll just
I
finish
think,
it
I
really
think if
quick.
Billy Napier makes it through. I mean, actually, I think if Florida can go 4-2 in that stretch, I think the A&M and UCF games are tough.
The problem is that you get Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, and Florida State
I think
the year. So
like
like,
stick around to the end of the year. Like if he can
Yeah.
make it through these next couple games, I can't imagine they fire him right before they get into that stretch.
yeah,
really.
It's on Florida later for sure.
I think it just depends on their locker room, honestly, how the players react to some of these. I mean,
think they're
they were
done.
in shambles.
I think they're done.
after this game. Sheesh, I don't know, man. But if you're pay attention to history, SEC history, like me, Florida has Tennessee's number. So, unfortunately, I mean, I still think we kicked their ass this year, but I would not be surprised if Florida came into Neyland and beat us and saved Billy's job.
That would,
Yeah.
that would be very
feel very
surprising.
conflicted about that because I want Florida to keep Billy Napier, but if he comes in and beats us and that's what extends him, I just wouldn't
Yeah.
be happy with that one. Jackson, who was your surprise ACC team this weekend?
I expected Clemson to lose big, but I did not expect them to not move the ball at all. Like,
Yeah.
I knew that they were going to struggle and that Georgia is Georgia still, but like we heard a lot in the offseason, at least the ACC boy over here heard a lot in the offseason about how like these 2 5-star recruits at wideout were going to be so much better and Cade Klubnik's taking this next step. And that dude, I don't think could throw a pebble in the ocean off of a dock. Like he's still struggling. Like he had 1 or 2 nice throws, but like the consistency is not there. He is not processing the field well. Like I think it was like 20 to when it got to 20-3 in the second half. I think the defense just quit because they were like, this dude's not getting us anywhere. So I did not necessarily expect Clemson to lose by 30.
Yeah.
And I like. To me, just kind of solidifies that Clemson is trending into sort of that like second, third, probably like the third or fourth tier in college football of like you're consistently good, but you can't like in this new 12-team playoff format, like you will not be competing for championships. I think that's where they are trending if they don't figure some stuff out.
I think that's.
I mean, he had 142 yards,
That's not good. On how many passes?
18 for 29,
18 passes for 144.
Yeah, I don't know what the yards
average
per
of
attempt is.
4.9 yards.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, he had a QBR of 40.
That's not going to win you a national championship. Where we stand right now with Clemson, I think that they need to understand that they're not one of the big boys this year. At least one of the big boys anymore. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy though, is with how down the ACC is. Like we just talked about Virginia Tech. Like obviously the Wolfpack did what they did Thursday night. Like who? Like it's Miami big break. Like who else? Like Louisville,
Yeah.
Clemson. Like I still think those are probably the two that you look at.
Louisville could make a sneak up there. I think for sure.
They look pretty good this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's.
I mean, luckily Clemson has an easy game next week, so they play like a Group of 5 school, so it'll be good.
Who are they playing?
They're playing App State actually. So
Didn't you go to?
I did, yeah. So we'll be. It should be a good game. We'll see what happens.
You know I'm all Mountaineer for that game.
I think
we
we're
all
gonna
are.
Look at this.
Honestly.
Look at this App State guy going NC State and Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
today.
I'm excited. It's a big weekend. Yeah.
I didn't even notice the
Can't
shirt.
wait for the reveal.
This
That's
is gonna be
crazy.
great.
Yeah, you're gonna have to either take off your shirt or take off the hat.
Yeah, both are scary.
Yeah,
For different reasons.
Both are hairy.
Yeah, in different places.
sure.
What we got next, Rick?
Oregon and Michigan's struggles this week, not putting up nearly the opener that we thought they would.
Yeah.
What do we think about that, guys?
Oregon, Idaho is just weird. Idaho's a scrappy little bunch.
Vandals, baby. Fun fact: they were in the Sun Belt and then they got demoted back to FCS, and now they've been a powerhouse in FCS for the past like 4
That
years.
didn't make sense that they were in the Sun Belt whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it made no sense. I remember
Are we
after
sure
my
that they
freshman
were-
year.
Are we sure
Yeah,
this isn't a bit?
no, this is real.
Oh, okay.
This is a fun fact.
Can't always tell.
I
Sponsored.
didn't have enough time to
We like
hire
learn
fact
here.
checkers.
Yeah, check the
Michaela.
the right side of the screen. You can watch somebody putting in. Actually, just kidding. It's not. Never mind.
It's on.
I hope you cannot see that on the screen.
Oh.
I retract my
Kids.
statement.
Don't try nicotine.
Yeah, I didn't say what I thought I said.
What we got?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a. I transparently, I did not watch the Oregon Idaho game. I was just kind of checking in on it, but I heard rumblings that Dylan Gabriel looked good, but outside of that, they were not nearly as explosive as everybody was anticipating. Again, I think we do have to take some of these week 1 games with a grain of salt, but yeah, pretty surprising that Oregon. You know, you would hope that they'd get all their starters in, put up the numbers they needed to pull them out at halftime, and get those 2s and 3s some work in the second half, but it appeared not to be the case.
I think especially with like transfer portal heavy teams, like Oregon might not fit that description, but they do have Dylan Gabriel coming in. Like it takes a second for a lot of these pieces to click.
Yeah.
So that's like, again, you could probably tamper what you're seeing in week 1 until you see it play out
For sure.
a few more weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Oregon is a lock for
Yeah.
top 2 team in the Big Ten this year, and probably a playoff team.
State looked
Penn State looked good.
Penn State look good.
West Virginia, there's so much hype for them.
Yeah, dude. Like if he was there, like
Yeah.
It's
Got
just,
hit the
it's
shot.
just they had a top 10 opponent. It's just one game.
but West Virginia used to be good back in the day.
Not back in the day, like a couple years ago. They were pretty
but also like back in the day, Big East days.
good. Yeah.
Like,
Pat White,
Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin.
Mixtape.
but
It's
we had some
haters, man.
we had some other almost scares. We had two games that FCS teams almost beat the FBS team. One of them was Colorado and North Dakota State.
Yeah.
And one of them was NC State and Western Carolina. Jackson, any quick thoughts on that?
That's a stretch to say they almost beat.
They were in the game.
It was a game going into the fourth quarter.
They just ran out of gas with their little FCS hearts, but
Yeah, they gave it all they had. That was a weird one to watch live.
That was a weird one to be at.
Yeah. I had to watch that one from the couch, but that like watching it back, it was never really a doubt like who the better team was consistently. It was just the score was not showing that.
right.
And like it happened long enough to when you got to the third quarter, you're like, this could get spicy. And then I thought like State figured some things out. Like Grayson ended up having a pretty decent game with like 350 yards.
He's sneaky at a great.
He definitely missed some guys, but if the biggest thing that I was concerned about was like the offensive line was not dominating like the way that you should an FCS team in week 1, and if you see that carry over to week 2 against Tennessee, then that's like surprise or a cause for alarm, I guess. I just think these guys were like, hey, we're supposed to win this game. We've been talking about Tennessee literally this entire offseason. Like we're excited for Tennessee.
Not this game.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, that is
It's probably a lot of cope.
fair.
we'll see.
Grayson had some good throws. He had some that were just
He
behind
had
people.
some misses for sure.
That first half was weird. Like, call a spade. NC State did not play well in the first half.
No.
But on offensively, it just seemed like they were off by like one step on every play. Especially on some of those out routes that Grayson McCall was trying to get completed. I will say, though, as a Tennessee fan, we'll talk more about this game towards the end of the pod. I'm very worried about Kevin Contraception.
Concepcion. Yes. This is him.
I think, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but because we got a fresh secondary this year, so it's going to be
He's
interesting.
very fast.
Also, another very close potential upset was Old Dominion, South Carolina. Did anyone watch that game?
See, I just saw the highlights after, but
South Carolina looked horrible.
Dude, Frank Beamer
Sunbelt,
was so
baby.
stressed.
That's Beamer ball right there.
Beamer ball.
they beat Virginia Tech like last year, didn't they? They kind of upset
They
these.
have
They upset teams that aren't ranked. They just beat like regular Power 5 schools.
They're like
repeatedly.
Kirkland's brand App State.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Lenore Sellers, quarterback of South Carolina, looked not up to. I mean, I think his stats ended up being fine, but I think he was one of the dark horse better players in the SEC this year, and he looked like poopy sticks.
That was not great.
Shout out
Rex
Brett
Becks.
Tompkins. Your
Yeah.
South Carolina Gamecocks suck, and I hate you. See.
Wow.
Wait, what were y'all's takeaways from the Colorado game, Binky? Are you feeling a little nervous about our bet? They're 1-0 already.
I'm actually glad you brought this up. I think I'm gonna win the $500.
Whoa, 500.
Yeah.
Were you here?
Yeah. And you weren't here. It was day one, wasn't it?
I didn't know I made a
Oh, this was before your
I bet
paperwork was
$500
processed.
that that Colorado would win 9 games. Is that right? Yeah.
When Vegas has them at 5.5.
Yeah.
my God. Could I not get it?
Dude, every time I've told somebody, they're like, "Can I please get in on that bet?" To answer your
So
question,
bad.
Gilly, I'll own it. I mean, we knew Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter were going to be good. We knew that.
Dude, Travis Hunter is so good at football.
It's like they both just got a little better and they were already pretty good, but they're going to be the whole team.
I think it was Juice last night was like, Travis Hunter is the Shohei Ohtani of college football. And I think that's a great comp.
Yeah.
They look really good, but I mean, I'm just still worried about their defense and not worried.
Yeah.
Not worried at all.
Also, the fact that they got this offensive line, like it was supposed to be, it's an all new offensive line, and they're still really bad.
Yeah.
Like Shadeur's running for his life.
Yep.
There's no chemistry.
In the same vein that we're
But he had
getting.
400 and something yards and like 4 touchdowns.
And North Dakota State is no slouch either. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they are the FCS powerhouse. So
Yeah, they're
it's
number
not
2.
like
Me too.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they're,
like they're
they're not what they were though. Like their head coach left to go take a position coach job at USC.
Yeah.
Like they've lost
Really?
a lot. Like
They're not, but I feel like they could compete in some group of. Like, I think they could definitely.
They would definitely
in group of 5.
in Conference USA, like 100%.
all of our teams. I think I forget who Oklahoma State played this weekend. But
We can transfer over. to that.
y'all played the real.
Yeah, we played the real
FCS.
FCS.
There you go.
And
South Dakota
we played
State,
South
right?
Dakota State, and we put I mean, granted, they're a great team. I think it was a good win for us. We ended up
Jack
winning
Rabbits.
44-20.
mascot.
Good rate. One.
But
How many carries did Ollie Gordon have?
apparently they changed some stuff today.
Today?
Today.
Okay.
His touchdown, I guess. I got a text
Sorry. I'll
earlier.
let you talk. I'm gonna.
Saw that Ollie Gordon's receiving touchdown was changed to a rushing touchdown. I could be wrong.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Was it like a pop pass behind the line of scrimmage? Like why did
I
that?
think so.
What does that say about LeBron's legacy?
Oh, that he might be the GOAT. But I
People are asking.
think Ollie had, I think it was 18 carries for maybe, I think it was 18 carries for 126 yards,
Okay.
3 touchdowns.
Because the reason I asked, I thought there was a soundbite of Gundy saying that his punishment for the DUI is going to be he has 40 carries in the first game.
True. I think it was.
What a punishment! What a punishment! Like I'm a Heisman candidate, and you're giving me 40 carries in one. Oh no!
I mean, you look at the flip side. More carries you get, more likely you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Once you hit over 20 carries, you're
yeah.
playing with fire.
I mean, let me look at receptions there, but I mean, he had a number of receptions as well. He was on the field for the majority of plays, so I'm sure he was exhausted post game, but I'm sure he'll do the same. Gundy will probably do the same thing to him this week, where he's just forcibly running the ball through Ollie Gordon against Arkansas.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be. Ooh.
we got a good game.
I wonder if that is that a game we
I think that might be our mystery.
talking
game.
about that.
It's not the mystery game. It's not. It's
The secret game.
All right. What else? Let's definitely quickly talk about USC LSU because I think that was.
Miller
I'm
Mountain.
so mad. I'm angry. We're doing the same thing.
When I lose,
Oh my! I killed a guy in 2012. I'm so angry.
dang.
Our team can never get over the hump, but I killed a guy in 2012.
He did, didn't he? He is.
He did kill
Yeah.
a guy in 2012.
Forgot about that.
Kelly and the LSU Tigers go into Las Vegas, Nevada to play the USC Trojans.
School out in California.
Hashtag. Actually, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
You were gonna make a condom joke, weren't you?
No, that's Kevin Contraception.
Oh, got it.
Both teams. I don't know what y'all's takes were from this game. I think both teams looked much improved from last year. I mean, we knew that LSU's offense was going to be fine.
USC's defense looked so
Oh my
much
gosh!
They-
Yes,
Yeah.
they looked great. They can
looked
make
amazing.
open field
Played like a
tackle.
line of scrimmage.
They looked great.
I was actually proud of them.
Yeah, they looked really well.
Can we talk about Zachariah Branch for a second?
Sure.
That guy
He is him.
is a dog. Slot
Very
receiver, punt, and kick returner for USC.
Yeah.
He's going to be a household name in college football here. If he's not already, he's going to be here soon. Man, both teams looked a lot improved. I think the things that we were looking for improvement-wise at LSU is their defense. While they didn't play great, they played a lot better than they did last year. I think they had the second worst defense in the SEC. Were able to make some very important stops. And same with USC, defense as well. They really stepped up. They looked competent. Finally, Lincoln Riley fired Alex Grinch, their defensive coordinator. USC pulls this one out. Both teams offensively looked very explosive. While Brian Kelly is #angry, I think LSU fans have a lot to be excited about, and that's the beauty of this 12-team playoff is
They lost their opener last year.
They
were so good.
Their hopes are not over. Garrett Nussmeier looked awesome.
Both of
Miller Moss.
Yeah, Miller Moss looked great too.
I would like some flowers here. I said Miller Moss was going to be a great Big Ten quarterback, and we got a lot of hate emails making fun of me for that. Shove it. But yeah, LSU USC, that was an awesome game. Probably the best game of the weekend.
Honestly, I think it was. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Notre Dame A&M was really boring, but also a very close game.
That was just a battle of both quarterbacks. I felt like I was watching Haynes King on offense for 4 hours. They're just
Miley just didn't lose the game. That's all he did. It was very.
I think his ability to make stuff happen with his legs, and do just enough to keep drives alive. Where Wegman was just like. He looked like he didn't know what planet he was on.
Yeah. Connor Wegman.
Which is, I mean, makes sense. Notre Dame's got a great defense.
They had Connor Wegman ranked as, I think, the 5th best quarterback in the SEC this year coming into the week 0. And it's just absolutely laughable. They had him over Nico, which I think is hilarious.
That's tough.
Which we'll talk about Nico here in a little bit. My little Polynesian prince.
All right.
Anything else before we jump into...
Do we want to go over bets?
Yeah, I think we covered the news, the recaps kind of from the weekend.
Harbaugh's still at the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
In our segment, in our Where's Harbaugh segment, Alex, do you have any updates?
Chargers still.
Chargers, all right.
Yep.
What is he doing for the Chargers organization? Is he...
He's a head coach, and he's doing...
Is he doing any in-person scouting?
Yes, but it's allowed, I think.
Oh,
okay. I think they just hired a new analyst, Bonner Fallions.
Yes.
I think he's the offensive analyst.
Is it related to Donner Callions? I think
what's his name?
I thought it was pronounced Boner.
What?
And let's transfer over to Juice's bets to our picks for the week.
We make
for
some
the
money?
weekend. Guess what? We did not make any money this weekend. Here's the thing. It takes a while to get the season. We didn't know what teams were going to be like.
you got to calibrate the algorithm.
The preseason AP polls are just...
Let me just go quickly through the games, and then we can talk about what went wrong and what our picks were for those games that we had. So first off, Florida State and Boston College have yet to play. So
they play
We're
tonight.
going to win that bet.
So I think we'll win that bet. I think we'll win that bet. So I'm gonna count that.
Count it as a win.
I'm gonna count it as a win.
It hasn't happened yet, so we're counting it as a win.
So technically, Juice went 2 for 4. Two, I guess. Sorry, 2 for 6.
2 for 6.
2 for 6 this weekend. First bet, which was the best beat.
Yeah.
Temple plus 43.
Yeah.
Missed by 5 points.
Dang.
Oklahoma won 51-3. Second bet, LSU could not cover. They actually lost, so ended up losing by 7. Didn't even matter. Clemson wet the bed. Couldn't cover that. 13.5?
Yes.
Lost to UGA by 31. Florida lost badly to Miami. So that money line pick from you, Juice, was a stinker. I apologize. And then Notre Dame.
Ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding. That was the one.
Covers and actually beats A&M. I love it.
Who took Notre Dame money line out of us?
I did.
You did. Gilly, congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
Proud of you.
I trust in Riley.
And then for games, Binky, myself, and Gilly all went 3-2. And then poor Jackson sitting in the little chair over there.
Dang.
And his big J.
Went 3.
Big J. Big J chair.
He's supposed a new ball, too.
I'm sorry to everybody who counted on me for financial providence in their lives. I've let you down. Send me an email. I'll write you a handwritten apology letter. And I'm going to get better. I'm going to watch the film this week. I'm going to get better.
Yeah, email us at intentionalgroundingpod@gmail.com.
Grace abounds, Jackson.
Yeah,
I'm really going to hope
true.
that Juice bounces back.
me too.
'Cause that was
He will. He'll be back and better.
he'll be back.
He was at the lake this weekend. He's rejuvenated. He's got his mind wrapped around the right things. He's got his priorities straight. I think he's going to make some people some money.
That sounds good.
That's true.
You know what? I think we should actually hear from Juice.
Oh, let's go.
Juice, what's going on? Juice, what's going
Yeah,
on?
throwing it to you in the studio.
Mr. Juice.
All right, y'all, we made it to week 2. This is your betting corner. I'm your host, Juice. In week 1, we broke even, lost money, won some money. Ultimately went 3-3. Quick recap of some of our wins, some of our losses. We'll start with those losses. I took Clemson plus 13.5 against Georgia. Bad take. LSU to cover 4.5. Another bad take. And then Florida money line. Florida will not be a great team this year. That was very evident by watching that game. And then Notre Dame plus 2.5 versus Texas A&M. That one hit. And then our sim game of the week was Temple plus 43. And as you all saw, that one hit as well. In terms of our week 2, all right, our sim game of the week, I saw this on the guys' slate, and so I thought I had to go after it too. Texas State versus UTSA. I am taking first half minus 8.5 cover for Texas State. So that's my sim game. My free money bet is Iowa to cover minus 2.5 against Iowa State. And then I have App State and Clemson 51.5. We're taking the over there. That's my best beat of the week. And then I also love Oklahoma State under 60.5 versus Arkansas, and Tennessee to cover against Jackson, your team, the Wolfpack. And then our game of the week, I'm taking Texas to cover Quinn and co. We're going to ride them for as long as we can. All right. Good luck. Safe betting.
Juice, we like those picks. Thank you so much.
I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll hold them in.
I think Juice is an idiot.
It's almost like I have no idea what this picks are.
That's crazy.
Awful.
Okay, into week 2.
Yeah.
For some games of the week and our one game of the week. Let's start off with a little in-room rivalry we have right here and a fit that Gilly has on.
Yep.
Let's just go ahead. Tennessee, NC State, Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
Tennessee coming out with the odds to win. What do we got?
Jackson.
Gilly. Oh, you want to go Let's go.
Let's save Jackson and I for later.
Okay.
Yeah, you two go.
NC State. I think that
Take your shirt
Can you
off.
take your shirt off?
Take your shirt off.
I can't. I just
Take it off right now.
What?
It's for skin to skin. I'm a new father.
Show us your
And
Bleep
I'm
that
going
out.
to. I'm taking NC State. I think
What
that
did Marshall
NC
say?
State and Tennessee are both comparable programs. I think they're both like middle of the tier in their conference. Like they haven't really won anything ever, but they're overhyped every year.
7 national championships, thanks.
Were those like? Were they during the college football playoff? Because I don't feel like they should.
Any championships don't matter.
They were just voted on by
Yeah, because they were just a 1 seed. That's
Yeah.
it.
Interesting.
True. That's interesting.
Alex knows ball for sure,
I
guys.
do, yeah. Tennessee, I think, is gonna I think Tennessee's better than State. Here's the frustrating part. I think they are better. I think they're just gonna lose. Like they're gonna drop the ball, as they've done before. So I'm taking State.
Gilly came to this podcast with talking points prepared to piss off Alex Binky. I love
That's always.
I have different thoughts, but
I'm just speaking truth.
Listen, I'm just happy I'm in a rental car. Oh,
Ricky,
man.
you wanna go
Wow,
next?
great take, Alex.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go State as well.
Fucking love this.
Just for I want some heat to be thrown State's way, and I think that they'll come back. They'll come back hot this
Yeah.
week. They kind of have the advantage.
Yeah.
I think they have the advantage.
Tennessee showed their full hand.
They've got in-state advantage.
Yeah.
kept on
Yeah. State showed nothing of what they're capable of.
Yeah,
Tennessee
really unleashed the playbook against you.
Dave
teachers.
Golden
I think
is
State,
a
State's
scheme
gonna
master.
open up hot,
Yeah.
Okay.
and this is going to be a. This is. I feel like this is going to be
It's
our.
at Neyland too. That's a pretty.
It's in.
It's in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's what I say.
It's all right. I don't
You really did shave your stomach.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is actually going to
It's
be
from
game of the week, like USC LSU was for this past week. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be competitive. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Do I have a preference of who wins? No, not at all. I don't care.
I really
But
don't care.
I'm gonna take State, and I'm gonna take their underdog odds
Yeah.
for this game.
Y'all are brave. Y'all are brave, men.
Yeah. Who are you
Binky,
picking, Jackson?
do you want to go? Or you
I want you to go.
NC State alum. Who do you pick for this game?
So, as the person who writes about this team every week, give me the volunteers.
God.
Welcome to Big Orange Country,
Like,
Jackson.
I think State's a good team. I think they're a lot better than you saw Thursday, but the talent advantage here is very evident to me. I really like James Pierce. I think he's a freak. I think even if State tries to run at him, they'll struggle to contain him. I think State will score some points. I think KC, as Mr. Binky pointed out earlier, he's just going to do what he does and get his every game, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. Nico's going to ball. I think State's got some issues at middle linebacker that I think, or linebacker in general, that I think Heupel will toy with, as he often does. So I like Tennessee like a 38-24 kind of game. I think they cover pretty easily, if I'm being honest.
Interesting.
Hey,
All right, Biggie. Who are you taking?
it's all I know. You always be sweetheart
Oh,
to me.
I'm so sorry.
They play that song so much. There,
Yeah.
it's so.
I really don't want to hear that.
They play it so much.
In a big win here. When I say
Like massive?
big, no, big for me emotionally.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be a competitive game. I really do. And I think Jackson's right. What we saw from NC State is not going to carry over into this weekend. I am, as a Tennessee fan, worried about NC State's wide receiver, Kevin Contraception. I think they're going to put him in fly sweeps, motions, just kind of get him the ball and let him work. But I do think Tennessee is going to figure that out. The thing that worries me only within that is they also have a really good weapon in Justin Jolie, the UConn tight end transfer,
Jolly Green
who
Giant.
tore us up last year. But I think if we can, I think I've said it before, I think we have the best defensive line in the SEC. We have dog after dog after dog on that D-line. And I'll be honest, NC State's O-line looked very vulnerable against an FCS opponent. So for those reasons, I think, again, our wide receiver, the wide receiver mismatches are very evident. But I think NC State's going to keep it a close one heading into the fourth, and I think the Vols pull it away as long as everybody on Tennessee's roster stays healthy, knock on wood. Give me the Vols, and it's going to be a beautiful night in Charlotte.
It's supposed to be like 70-something.
Going, right?
I am going.
Great. We'll
It's
have
gonna
to
be
win.
nice.
But yeah, give me the Vols. I'm really excited. I have a lot of Tennessee friends, a lot of NC State friends coming into town for this game, so I think it's going to be a blast, and I'm just happy to be a Tennessee fan in Raleigh during this time.
I'm terrified.
Is Contraception gonna be our new Phoenix?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can do that.
It's like, but it's like close, but it's not close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Penix is.
Exception.
Dude, we
Yeah,
need
no, it's totally
we
close.
need NC State to play USC in a bowl game.
Yeah.
The Trojans.
Yeah.
And to that, we're going to move on to game 2 of the week. We've got Colorado. This guy to my right's Colorado Buffaloes.
Right.
Do you
believe?
Taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Nebraska has the line -7 right now. Let's go, Gilly. Gilly, who are you taking for this one?
I'm going to take Colorado.
Who would have thought?
I mean, I think this is one of the games they win to get to 9. Looking at their schedule. Yeah, no thoughts beside just if you run screens to Travis Hunter all game and then put Travis Hunter on defense, it's going to be hard to beat him.
What he played almost every snap.
Yeah,
I think he missed two.
He missed two
snaps
snaps.
the entire game.
Yeah.
But how sustainable is that against an actual?
I think that they can do it for 9 games that they win. That's
Right.
not sustainable.
Okay.
That's
Jackson,
crazy.
who you got?
I'm going with the Huskers. I thought Dylan Rayola looked pretty good this weekend. I think they've got a fairly stable offense. Jamal Banks from Wake is a good weapon that they've got. I'm just not in on Colorado like you are.
Yeah.
And I think going on the road is going to be tough.
Who won last year when they played?
What bearing does last year have on this year?
I was just curious. I couldn't remember.
Is it,
I was also just curious.
Yeah. So you got to remember, we're talking to a guy who lives in the past. So.
But I like. No, I was gonna say home opener for Nebraska. That's not true because they played their
Yeah.
little team this year or last week. But
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good atmosphere, good game, and I've got Nebraska.
Okay. Bank.
I don't see Matt Rule losing this game. Colorado plays for clicks.
Yep.
Nebraska this year is playing for wins. Dylan
Yep.
Raiola looked crisp as a true freshman.
Yeah.
Number one recruit in the country in this last recruiting cycle, I believe, or maybe he was right behind Nico. I forget, but
He had 238 yards. 2 touchdowns.
Nebraska, I think the fans are going to show. I think it's going to be an
It's gonna be
atmosphere, and I don't think Colorado has played in any type of atmosphere even comparable to what they're about to play in Nebraska.
Oregon.
I think
Yeah, let's
that's true. Yeah, and look how that worked out for them. They lost by like
Yeah.
a million touchdowns. So
Yeah. I was just pointing out.
give me the Cornhuskers. I mean, I like Cornhuskers over 14.5.
Okay.
I think Travis
Alt
Hunter.
spread.
Travis Hunter's going to get his, and Sanders is going to also put up numbies in the first half. But give me Nebraska,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, I'm going Nebraska as well. I think we start to see Colorado's downfall at this point. Second game of the season, we see their downfall
here.
Actually, we've already seen their downfall, kind of.
Yeah, it's true.
But y'all want to go into the secret game?
Yeah, let's do it.
I feel like let's do Iowa State,
wanna do-
Iowa,
okay.
Vincier game.
All right, Iowa State, Iowa. At Iowa, -2.5 to start. Iowa's got that spread. Jackson, who are you taking?
This is a principal play for me. I hate Iowa.
Yeah.
I hate them. Just hate them. Hate the brand of football.
He
It's
hates
beautiful.
He hates the Kinnick wave. Too.
It's the waving and the charitable environment to the hospital kids
Sorry.
that I hate. Yeah,
I don't mean that.
exactly. No,
Jackson is a very good person with very good moral compass,
appreciate that.
and that's why we love him.
Iowa did a lot this week to make me feel better about their offense. When you're going from scoring 7 points a game on offense to 40, that's a pretty big leap.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably win, but this rivalry is so weird. I think because it's in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't get the love that it probably deserves. But weird things happen in this game, and I think Iowa State has the better quarterback. I'm a big Rocco Becht guy. He's got long flowing hair, a chiseled face. He's just got the look of a gamer.
So, what color is his hair?
It's dark brownish.
Iowa State's been known to be a sleeper in the Big 12 for many years. So.
True. Every year.
Every year. They are the Cyclones.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So I'm going to go with the Cyclones.
Love it.
Oh,
I'm going to take Iowa just because I think they don't lose this game. Yeah, give me Iowa.
I'm gonna take Iowa as well. Iowa's defense is gonna be too much in this game, and honestly, I would take an alt spread of 10 in this game. I think Iowa's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Jackson is forgetting that Iowa scored 40 points, 40 offensive points this weekend, which I think is a school record.
It's pretty crazy.
By no means am I saying that they finally figured out their offense, but by no means am I also saying I know anything about Iowa State. I know that Matt Campbell is an absolute idiot for staying there as long as he has. He had an opportunity to take a lot of better jobs of the past few years. think he has made his bed. Now he's got to, what do they say? Sleep in it?
Sleep in it?
Yeah.
Sleep in it? Yeah, he's going to have to sleep in the bed with this big old loss to my least favorite Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah, I think the offense is going to be a little bit better this year now that they finally fired the Nepo baby, Brian Ferentz, whatever his name, Kirk Ferentz. Give me the Hawkeyes, mainly because I know nothing about Iowa State, besides Matt Campbell's an idiot, and two, Iowa's offense seems to be a little bit better this year. We all know how good their defense is, so
I like it. All right.
take Iowa.
To the secret game?
Surprise game.
All right.
What do we got here?
So none of them know what the secret game is. And I thought because this week is it's kind of a sleepy week. There aren't as many good games.
But when you say that,
There's
these
going to be
games are going to be great.
But I think
On paper.
I think this game right here that you'll see, it's going to be a good game. UTSA.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I think we
For
have
psychopaths.
this is the psychopath time for sicko mode.
moving like a
We'll be playing for a group of 5 bid right here. Granted, UTSA will be playing Texas the following week.
Okay.
This could still be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I will tell you my pick.
Okay.
I'm taking Texas State. It's
Yeah.
in San Marcos, and honestly I like Texas State this year. I like Texas State to compete in the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
They don't play App
They don't.
this year, which is they could end up
Championship.
getting to the championship. But I like their schedule this year. I think they have a chance for that group of 5 bid. UTSA was great last year. I don't think that transfers into this year. Give me Texas State.
Love it. I'm going to take Texas State as well for all those reasons. Jordan McLeod, good quarterback. UTSA looked good as well. I think it's going to be a good game. But give me Texas State to pull it through in the end.
This is a good pick.
Yeah.
I like Texas State as well. McLeod's great. I'm a big GJ Kinney guy. I like his philosophy, and they're going to score a lot of points this year. They might be giving up some points, but I'll go Texas State.
Sweet.
Well,
Bink?
I wanted to take Texas State, but simply out of principle here. Even though should I
We might all be
We
wrong.
haven't swept a team this year.
Yeah.
Or this week. We can sweep. We
We
can sweep it.
haven't done it this year. We haven't all picked
See,
the same.
We did
do it
Georgia.
week one.
Georgia.
Oh, just kidding. I lied.
See, I'm really conflicted because it's a dual-edged sword here. Out of principle, I feel like I should take Texas State because I picked them as my sleeper group of 5 team.
Yeah.
But also, out of principle, I feel like I should take UTSA since you
which
guys have all
principle-
taken Texas State.
On the principle of principles, how do you
How do you wage those?
walk me through
Go with the gut.
Pick a number between
7,
1 and 2.
2?
All right, I'm running with Texas State.
Let's go. We sweep Texas
We are
State.
sweeping Texas State. I do think
Bobcats,
UTSA's head coach Jeff Traylor is a hell of a coach, and is a guy to keep your eye on for some of these big Power 4 openings here at the end of the season. But I think Texas State has a better quarterback. Owen McCown is a quarterback at UTSA. It's his first year starting. Shout out Josh McCown. Josh McCown's son. Shout out Ryan LaBruza, brother-in-law of Owen McCown. But as much as I love you, Cheyenne, I got to ride with Texas State here. I think Texas State has a little bit better of a quarterback in Jordan McLeod, put up numbies at JMU, so give me the Bobs.
Whoa.
That's right.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a fun city down there in
What is it?
Texas. San Marcos.
San Marcos.
Sounds like
is it a
city
beach
in
city?
It's like a
Red Dead
river
Redemption.
walk. Kind of. I mean, you could say that's San Antonio as well.
Is it really hot?
Yeah.
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 Dang.
Okay. And then on to the game of the week. This is where game day is going to be at. We've got the game day crew up in, I guess it's in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor for
The big
Texas,
house.
Michigan. We got is it a rematch?
No.
Texas play.
Texas.
Because Michigan played Bama in the first round.
Michigan
and then
played
Washington
Texas.
and Texas.
We've got an interesting matchup then.
Yeah.
Both made playoff. One made championship. Other did not.
Yeah.
But let's go Texas, Michigan. Texas has which is crazy. Texas has the spread right now
Okay.
in Ann Arbor.
Okay.
By a touchdown.
Yeah.
By a touchdown. We do not know the AP rankings, so I do not have those AP rankings for you yet. But, Jackson, do you have Texas or do you have Michigan this week?
I have Texas
Wow.
this week.
Hook 'em.
Yeah, hook 'em. I have a lot more faith in Texas as a program this year with Quinn Ewers, top to bottom skill talent, play at
Or
the
Arch
play
Manning.
line. Oh, Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Got to get the Arch Manning mentions in there for
That's
the
right.
algorithm. He had pretty good. I liked
Not
his
a
little
sponsor, but
touchdown.
we are a fan.
Yeah, we are a fan. I liked his little flip pass yesterday for his first career.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
But I talked a little bit about the questions that Michigan has at quarterback earlier. I just don't like if this was on a neutral field, I would take Texas to win by double digits, I think, and Vegas would too, because they're saying that on a neutral field they'd probably be favored by 10.
Yeah.
But I think I like Texas to win this one pretty comfortably, even with Michigan's defense being pretty good.
Yeah. I'm taking Michigan due to the fact that their defense, I think, is stacked.
Yeah.
Looked well. Texas won a lot of close games last year, and I think some of that is going to show this year. I don't know if they're going to win every close game like they did last season. So they could easily win this game as well, but I think Michigan in the big house is going to shut them down, and it's going to be a very physical game.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Texas here. They steamrolled this week. They looked good. I am a fan of them actually winning the SEC. I think they could win. Quinn Ewers only played first half. Arch Manning looked good in second half. Granted, I don't think Arch Manning will play in this game.
If Arch Manning plays in this game, something has gone terribly.
Yeah. It'll be a Quinn Ewers show.
Or they're blowing him out, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening either. I can see a double digit win. I guess I just looked and the line is now at 6.5 instead of 7. So that 7 could honestly be a very good bet. But I am going to take Texas to take that away game in Ann Arbor.
Love it.
I was thinking about this game on the way here. It's really a coin toss for me. I think Texas is a more talented team from top to bottom, and when I say that, I mean offensively and defensively. I think Michigan clearly has a better defense. The game being in Ann Arbor also makes it specifically hard. I think it's one of the top 10 hardest places to play. But I think in order for Michigan to win, they have to make Texas's offense look very pedestrian.
Yeah.
And with the weapons they have in the wide receiver group, the depth that they have, even at quarterback.
Yeah.
I know we talked about at the beginning of the season, Texas definitely has some depth issues at running back. Granted, 2 of their starters are out for the season, but I think it's going to be a very, very, very close game. I mean, I could see either team winning by 3, but the team I'm picking to win within that 3-point margin is going to be Texas.
Love.
I think that's going to just absolutely elevate them immediately into that top 3,
Number 1,
potentially top
yeah.
2 status. So as much as I hate Texas, horns down forever. Give me the Longhorns here, the fake UTA, some are saying, and Sherm Moore. Sorry, buddy. Tim, I'm sorry, but
I think
got to ride with the Longhorns.
I think the determining factor for this game is whether or not Michigan can get their offense going.
And how well can they? Because they lived and died by the run last year. And I think people, as much as we crapped on, or I personally crapped on J.J. McCarthy last year, he had the leadership mentality. I think that catapulted them into a lot of the wins that they did have, even though he was never stellar, that flashy quarterback. I just don't believe in Alex Orji in the end zone or Warren, whatever his name is.
I just load the box and say beat me, because you don't have skill. You don't have any wide receivers.
Yeah.
That scare teams. Your
Well-
quarterbacks can't.
How well they're going to be able to run the ball, but more importantly, are they going to be able to spread the field out,
I mean, that
open it up, and
that game against Fresno was a 1-score game with like 10 minutes left in the game, and then they tacked on some
that was a weird
points at
game.
the end.
What
Like,
was the final score?
I think it was 30-10, maybe.
Okay.
So it didn't look all that close, but
Yeah, I think I think Texas's offense is too good. While again, Michigan has a great defense, but Texas also has a good defense. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, and I think it's going to be a huge win for Texas and Ann Arbor. It's hard to go in there and win.
It is.
Yeah.
It
is.
Definitely is.
It's one of the hardest things to do, and only a couple teams have done it. Shout out to App State in 2007.
Hey, let's hold on. Let's reminisce on that real quick.
Yeah. Oh, that is
Yesterday.
17 years ago yesterday.
I listened to the radio call on that yesterday.
With
and it was-
David Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Yeah. My sister got married on that day, so they've been married 17 years as well, so it's easy to remember. So congrats.
Happy anniversary.
We're gonna
Melissa.
What's her name?
Melissa.
Happy anniversary, Melissa and
Mark.
Mark.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be talking about the Troy game, like in a couple of years, or
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The Hail Mary?
yeah. Just want to know. 'Cause
Well.
that was my day.
Awesome. Yeah, well, shout out to App. Do it again. Beat Clemson. Quick, who y'all got, App or Clemson this week? Rapid fire.
I think my heart wants me. I'm gonna be rooting for App hardcore.
Rooting for App.
think all of us are rooting
Clemson's
for
going to win by 14
Pick
points.
Clemson. Picking App.
I'm gonna pick App.
App.
Clemson.
All right, we got 50-50. $50 on the line.
No, I'm not betting
Maybe.
you any. I want my $500, not $450.
$500 on this game.
You should
Would
throw
do that?
50 on App winning though.
I should do that.
I'll bet you $50 that Clemson wins.
I'll bet you $100 that App wins.
No.
Okay.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, $100.
Stop.
I bet you $100.
Dude, financial.
Just put the
$100.
or something. We're gonna win so much more.
150.
Okay, deal.
Financial ruin.
$75. $75.
75.
Oh my god.
That $175, Richard. I love it.
Do you have? Oh my. I don't even.
Rachel, he's throwing you and Marco's money away.
We do a budget. I have a fun fund.
So, sir, how did you have this much money end up on your W-2? Well, my friend Alex Gilland.
Jackson, do you have a hot take this week?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yo.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'm kind of
Let's do a little hot take.
Hot take with Jackson.
It's like, I don't know that's going to be the hottest. I'm looking at Florida,
Okay.
and I'm kind of mad.
About what?
Let it out, man. We're here.
that they lost.
Not that they lost, but that they have, like, what is this, a top 6-7 college program all time, do we think? With national championships? And,
yes.
and we've got all of the resources that we have at our disposal, like literally like unlimited NIL funds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unlimited. And like we go out and hire Billy Napier, which like at the time I think people were like, oh, this could be a decent hire.
A lot of people were saying that was a great hire.
Hindsight is 2020, right? But the guy that they fired for Billy Napier took them to 3 straight New Year's Six Bowls.
Yeah.
This guy has not had 6 wins in a season yet.
Yep.
Is it year 4?
Yeah,
Year
it's
year
4.
4.
Year 3.
The one
Sorry,
bowl
year
game
year
they
three.
made, I think they got
They
killed
lost
by
in the
Oregon
Las Vegas Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm a Florida fan, I'm so mad because
For
like
sure.
we literally have a hotbed in the state of Florida recruiting. We have unlimited resources, and we've got a team that's quit after 1 game.
Yeah.
We just got smacked by Miami at home.
Yeah.
And like our coach is like, oh, it's embarrassing. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I guess we're gonna have to go back. And like, what?
Yeah.
That was tough. I think we saw some like really questionable social media posts after the game from some Florida fans or some Florida players.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up.
yeah.
Keep going, Jackson.
Yeah, no, like not a great look. I'd be incredibly upset. I like
What's
as
the
a
money line?
guy in a like tier 4 or 5 school, like in NC State, where we're like our ceiling is like,
You're tier
like-
3 according to NCAA.
great. Tier 3 school. Like our ceiling is nowhere close to Florida's. And like I'm like, man, just give me those resources. Give me the recruiting like presence. Like that would be nice. I'd be mad. And I am mad at Florida. We gotta get our shit together down there in Gainesville. That's tough.
Take the
All right, man. I checking in on Gator fans. Just got a text sent to me from my friend Caleb Barnett. Screenshot of the Gators message boards.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This guy says, Urban Meyer needs a ride out into the sunset, final chapter, finish out his career with Florida. I doubt he would do it, but that would really be good for him in the University of Florida. Signs off by saying, in Christ forever. John 3:16.
I would say you heard this. Christ might be the only figure that could save this program at this point.
Oh,
Is what
also
some
fun
are-
thing. Did y'all see Coach O? They interviewed Coach O live at a bar, and they said, do you think you could turn Vanderbilt into a SEC powerhouse? And he said, Jesus Christ himself couldn't even turn Vanderbilt into a powerhouse. All right, guys. We are right on time.
Nice.
We did it.
He just put $50 on app. So he just put $50 on app beating Clemson and the under. So
Yep. I like it.
let's hope that hits. I wonder if that's going to be one of Juice's picks this week.
Wait, you did that in addition to the $75 bet with Big Key? Oh my god!
There goes $125 down to the
Alex Gillen merchant is what I am.
dude.
Love it.
Thank you all for joining episode 4 of Intentional Grounding Season 2. We will hit y'all with some Instagram, TikTok content this week. Check out our YouTube. Check out our, I will have all of the socials in the bio, in the description below. But yeah, thank y'all for joining.
I'm going to leave y'all, as we end off here, I'm going to leave y'all with a college football sports trivia question.
We were getting a fun fact.
No sad fun facts this week, besides Brian Kelly killed a guy.
He did.
Which NFL team did Phillip Rivers get drafted by?